All right, well, welcome everyone to what is probably the absolute best school board meeting of the year. Definitely the most populated. I call the meeting to order, and I call on the treasurer to call the roll, please.
Mr. Ramsey Hunter?
Here.
Mr. Moore?
Here.
Mrs. Stewart?
Here.
Mrs. Schreiber?
Here.
Dr. Urso?
I'm here. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Is there a motion to approve tonight's agenda?
So moved.
And a second? Oh, all over it. Any questions, comments, concerns, compliments, anything? Nope. Mr. Bertram?
Mrs. Ramsey Hunter?
Yes.
Mr. Moore?
Yes.
Mrs. Stewart?
Yes.
Mrs. Schreiber?
Yes.
Dr. Urso?
Yes. And on with the main attraction. Tonight we have the honor, I had a chance, as did my colleagues, to walk around and check out what are some amazingly talented young artists who are our young middies that we are recognizing tonight. And I'll turn the mic over to Mrs. Hauser.
Yeah. So this evening, it's my pleasure to announce the 2025 recipients of our permanent art display recognition. Mr. Donner, I think you're out there somewhere. You're going to get a little bit more detailed for us. So while you're walking up, right? So these outstanding student artists have demonstrated exceptional talent and creativity with the guidance of support of their art teachers and their families. So now their work will become part of the permanent display in Middletown City Schools. Some of the artwork will be displayed here on the fourth floor in central office, and some of the artwork will go back to the school buildings. So you will see this permanent art throughout the district. So please join me in congratulating all the students and their teachers for this well-deserved honor. We are definitely proud of their accomplishments and grateful for the way they inspire us all. So Mr. Donner, you want to take it away?
Oh, I can try.
And Mr. Donner is one of our veteran art teachers who has really taken the lead on the permanent art display over the years, so we're happy to have him with us again tonight.
All right. I can't say anything to people without writing it down first, so I apologize if I'm looking down a little bit too much. Good evening, everyone. My name is Nick Donner, an art teacher at Amanda Elementary. I and the rest of the art department would like to thank the board for having us here once again to recognize the extraordinary talent of our newest inductees into the permanent collection. Oddly enough, I thought I might begin tonight with one of my favorite presidential quotes from one Mr. John Adams, so buckle up, I guess. He said, "The science of government it is my duty to study, more than all other sciences. The arts of legislation and administration and negotiation ought to take the place of, indeed exclude in a manner, all other arts. I must study politics and war, so that our sons may have liberty to study mathematics and philosophy. Our sons ought to study mathematics and philosophy, geography, natural history, and naval navigation, commerce, and agriculture, in order to give their children the right to study painting, poetry, music, architecture, statuary, tapestry, and porcelain." I love that quote because it speaks to this idea that our survival, our claim to territory, and our fundamental need for liberty, the things that our forefathers fought to affirm and safeguard for us, are just the beginning of a life well lived, merely the foundations of the house of humanity. He believed that mankind was never meant to merely survive, but to revel in our joy and expression, and to think critically about the world around us. And we accomplished that lofty ambition, an ambition that no other living creature on this planet is fortunate enough to pursue, through the art we make, the stories we tell, and the songs we sing, and in so many other ways. And this ultimately, to me, speaks to the critical importance of the arts and education. That a life well lived cannot be divorced from art making, precisely because art making is an essential component of it. Tonight, we get to recognize this small, but nevertheless exceptional group of young artists whose artwork has been professionally framed and will be installed into buildings all around our district. Young artists who one day soon will set forth into the world and fulfill the unique ambition of humanity, to make art. I would like to thank our Superintendent Deb Hauser and our Treasurer Randy Bertram for their continued and unwavering support of the permanent collection and our art department. A massive thank you to our K-5 Curriculum Coordinator Tracy Neely for coming to our art show on her anniversary and for the countless ways that she has helped us this year. Just like last year, I have to thank Andy Laswell, Shelley Fuge, and Tammy Hager, without whom events like this one simply wouldn't happen. And lastly, thank you artists for sharing your talent with us, and thank you parents and loved ones for nurturing and protecting their gifts that we are here to celebrate this evening. Okay, without further delay, I'm going to call up the names of the inductees and their representatives or teachers. We'll just kind of come up, the teacher will hold the artwork, we'll kind of make a little horseshoey kind of shape here so that we can all properly be visible to the camera and the audience. All right. First up, an ink and watercolor perspective study by Zoe Aldridge from Central Academy, and a paper collage rocket by Joseph Moreland from Miller Ridge with their teacher, Michelle McComas Hodge.
Come up, guys. You want to come up? Right?
Yes, come on up.
Come on up, guys. We can't wait to see your artwork. There you go. Woo.
Maybe one of your students can hold this little one. How about that one? There we go. You can just stand in front of the podium here if you want. We'll just make a
Big use.
loop around.
Yeah. Half circle.
Next, we have a mixed media collage flower study by Zanaya Hatton from Creekview. Bria Shanehalls couldn't be here tonight, so she will be accompanied by her mom, Jessica Hatton.
Mhm. Right here.
Next up, we have a mixed media collage set of cat eyes by Aurora Taylor from Mayfield Elementary with her teacher, Cassie Pence. All right, next up, we have a mixed media study of Grateful Dead Bears by Lily Embry from Rosa Parks, accompanied by her principal, Charity Good.
So teeny.
Next up, we have an oil pastel symmetry study by Max Summers from Wildwood Elementary with his teacher, Jim Weir. All right, next up, we have a mixed media painting on canvas with flip book by Bailey Hurt from Highview 6th Grade Center, accompanied by her principal, Nicole Fisher. Do we need any more directions? We'll squeeze them in.
I think that's very
Just keep squeezing them in. All right.
That's a good idea.
Next up, we have a stylized sun and moon in ink and watercolor by Deanne Haywood from Middletown Middle School with her teacher, Sharon Thayard. Next, we have a graffiti study in graphite and colored pencil by Megan Becker from Middletown Middle School and her teacher, Lauren Spencer. She couldn't make it tonight? All right. Sadly, Megan couldn't make it tonight. Next, we have a digital photography study of a flower by Stella Breeding from Middletown Middle School with her teacher, Karen Steve. Next, we have a woven colored pencil study of birds by Evelyn Hoover from Middletown High School with her teacher, Kayla Wansnyder. All right, here's the big one. We have two coming up with Ms. Keene. First, a massive abstract piece in acrylic on fabric with a floating frame made out of genuine gem floor and its little brother by Imanol Bueno. accompanied by his teacher Trish Keene, who will also be presenting a study of a dog with a white colored pencil on black paper by Michaela Hatton, who I hear could not be here this evening. Next up, an abstracted sunrise seashore in digital ink and paint by Marisol Hernandez Morales from Middletown High School with her teacher Susie Tadich. And then a study of an arm with Doraemon characters and colored pencil on black paper by Micah Cardona Murillo from Middletown High School with their teacher Quinn Orr. All right, and then last but not least, an oil pastel study of Neptune with paint splatter stars by Maria Chamal Martinez from Amanda Elementary with her teacher, me.
Do a panoramic, mister.
Got a lot of pieces here.
Boy, I wish I was that artistic that I could do that. I can't do one of them.
Parents, if you'd like to take photos, please feel free to step up and take a picture.
Take a picture.
Take a picture.
Yeah, we didn't get all dressed up for nothing.
Yeah.
I can stand and hide behind people. No one can see me. I know, I saw the hand. I didn't even see that. I love that hand. They're very creative. So you have little. Little. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Digital. That's beautiful.
Very literal.
My wife, her name is coming.
I know. That's a lot of art. Great job. Did you pick anything else to say? So I'll let you guys wrap us up. I don't know. Usually very good. So you're a perfect mini. That is fabulous. Good job. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what's better, your smile or a nice smile.
Pick one up, some long name. You totally get me. Just kind of like
I like her. she told me the whole story behind her picture with the 4 fingers. And, yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, okay. Okay. That wasn't, the pig was the weekend before. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. Did you run? Don't mess with your back. Yeah. All that. Everything. Yeah. So,
Her car's even the license plate.
It's water. And talent. You're right. So they all.
you've got the final words. They said you usually give the final word, so they're waiting on you.
I want to congratulate everyone. You guys, wonderful job, young people. And to the teachers, thank you for spending your night, and thank you for instilling such great opportunities for our young folks. You're welcome to hang out for a little while with us, but you're probably excited to probably walk down those stairs or out that elevator and go on home. But thank you for coming tonight, and thanks for sharing your talents with us.
Thank you. Thank you.
More buildings. These will go with you guys wherever you go. I don't know. Maybe we need to find out where she's going, and maybe send it to the middle school. Okay.
I want this phone. I'm going to send it to her. I want to hear about it.
For a long time.
I want to hear about it.
Yeah. Just in time.
You can tell.
His wife's a teacher.
Miss Keith, do you want to leave that here? Or are you taking that? Or?
Look at that dog. Okay, I didn't know that. No, I know some child who had her in middle school and just.
Well, yeah,
My kids
normally
have.
we don't have that situation where schools closing, so yeah.
Look at that dog. See that?
That dog, it reminds me of dogs.
That reminds me of my golden. That reminds me of my Zoe.
Isn't that beautiful? I saw that out in Maui.
Oh, he's the one that did that. Wow. Just.
Oh, I'm telling you, these kids with this kind of talent.
Bye, Zoe. I know. That's the.
Like, that's, God gave me a lot of gifts, but this is not one of them. No.
I know.
It's just, I am in awe. I'm in awe.
At the talent. You know what's beautiful but sad to me is all these kids who have all this crazy talent and how over time they're not nourished and
I know.
fostered.
Exactly right. Right.
Yeah, because it really has to be,
Yeah.
you know, encouraged. Yeah.
I asked one little girl, 6th grade, I meant, what did you use? I didn't say, I said, how did you do that? She goes, talent.
Oh no, she didn't. It's sheer talent. It's a gift.
It is.
She's like, it's a gift.
Wednesday, right? Agenda setting Wednesday.
Again, yep.
All right, are we settled?
I think so.
All right,
And
so-
the whole world's quiet again.
Right. Yeah. We have another exciting thing this evening that we get to do as a Board of Education is to, I guess, elevate. He's been on our team for quite some time, but Mr. Campolongo is here this evening and would like to just say a few words, invite him up to say a few words. He's on the consent agenda this evening.
Yeah.
And so just before Joe, as he walks over here, I've known Mr. Campolongo, Joe, for quite some time. I find him to be somebody extremely positive. He smiles right now, but that's his default. He's a positive guy who's extremely dynamic with adults, but most importantly with young folks. And he's thoughtful. And those are great attributes for somebody as a school leader and somebody who will take charge coming next year and this summer for our athletic department. So Mr. Campolongo, we're fortunate to have you, and we welcome you here this evening.
Thank you. Thank you to the Board of Education, Ms. Hauser, Mr. Edwards. I'm really big on loyalty. I'm a very loyal individual, and I've had a lot of ups and downs in terms of my path and my journey, and I told Ms. Hauser, Mr. Edwards, that Middletown has reciprocated that loyalty to me, and it's appreciative. I'm very excited to not just continue what I'm doing with the athletics department, but to get more involved in the hallways of our high school, to get more involved in the hallways of our middle school as well too. I want to be that person that not just the student athletes know by name, but I want the students to know who I am as well too. I want those students to convert to student athletes. But as you can see, my family, you get my family. It was very important for me to not just have them here, but to have them show you that we are Middies. And when you get me, you get my family. They're going to be here for the contest. They're going to be involved in everything that you can think of. And I just want that to be known, that you're not just putting me in this position. You're doing this with and for my family.
That's very cool.
So again, I thank everybody, and I'm very, very excited to get going.
Very good.
Thank you.
So Joe's been part of the momentum that's been created in the athletic department for the past, well, Joe's been with us 7 years, right? In the athletic department, 5, okay. So it's a beautiful thing to have him be able to continue the momentum that's been created in the athletic department. So Joe, we're very fortunate to have you say yes to continue and really step up into that position. We know that, you're the 24-hour days and all of that ahead of you. And we say thank you to the family also. But we're very fortunate that Joe said yes, that he's going to step up, take that role, and really continue the momentum of the athletic department. So thanks, Joe.
Thank you. Thank you.
And the family. Yep, thanks ahead of time. Yeah, and thanks for coming tonight. Thanks, Joe.
All right, that brings us to our consent agenda to make this official. Is there a motion for approval? Or is there a motion for approval for tonight's consent agenda? I'm getting ahead of myself.
So moved.
I'm all over the place. Is there a second? Any conversation, comments with tonight's consent agenda? Anything to highlight, Ms. Hauser, Mr. Bertram?
Yes, we have just a couple contracts this evening. One of the contracts is for some support from Butler County ESC for psych support over the summer for testing of our incoming kindergartners. That's one contract. Second contract is from Circle Tail. You've seen these contracts on the board agenda before. Mayfield is going to be entering into the Circle Tail the dog business next year at the beginning of the year. So it's what they call an internship or a pilot. So they'll be piloting a dog at the beginning of the school year next year. So that's the contract. And then you see the personnel agenda.
Perfect. Any questions? If there are none, to Mr. Bertram.
Mr. Moore?
Yes.
Mrs. Stewart?
Yes.
Mrs. Schreiber?
Yes.
Dr. Urso?
Yes.
And Mrs. Tara Ramsey?
Yes.
Congratulations, Campolongo family.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
It's official.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Under business and transportation, I noticed one agreement. It's a transportation in lieu of payments. Is there a motion for approval?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions, comments regarding this? There are none. Mr. Bertram?
Mrs. Stewart?
Yes.
Mrs. Schreiber?
Yes.
Dr. Urso?
Yes.
Mrs. Ramsey Hunter?
Yes.
And Mr. Moore?
Yes.
All right. Motion passes. Under the next item is a certificate of completion of the project agreement for our middle school and high school. It is appears I need to read. And so let me read. Randy Bertram, Treasurer, recommends the approval of the CFAP resolution, whereas the Middletown City School District, Butler County, Ohio, entered into a classroom facilities assistant program with the Ohio Facilities Construction Commission on April 8, 2015, and whereas all construction has been completed and all contractual obligations have been met, and whereas the final reconciliation of the Middletown City School District Project Construction Fund with the Ohio Facilities Construction Commission has been completed, therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Education of the Middletown City School District, Butler County, Ohio approve their certificate of project completion and authorize the President and Treasurer to execute the certificate, and be it further resolved that the Treasurer be authorized to close the project construction fund and dispose of the remaining funds in accordance with the Ohio Revised Code Section 3318.12. Is there a motion for approval?
So moved?
In a second, please.
Second.
Would you like me to read that again? No? Okay. Mr. Bertram?
All right. Mrs. Schreiber?
Yes.
Dr. Urso?
Yes.
Mrs. Ramsey Hunter?
Yes.
Mr. Moore?
Yes.
And Mrs. Stewart?
Yes.
All right, motion carries. District committee reports. Any reports meet since our last meeting, Ms. Hauser?
No, we did not.
All right, then that brings us to Board of Education reports. And Ms. Ramsey Hunter, anything to report this evening?
Yes, this past Saturday, I attended the pancake breakfast that the high school football team held. It was very unique, and they collaborated with Cyber Marvin here on Central, so I thought that was great, getting the businesses downtown, collaborated with our school system. And I did talk to Coach Jones, and he said he wanted the community to see that the team was willing to do things, they raise money and funds on their own and collaborate with the community, and he was very proud of them for that. And I thought that was really cool that they were trying to, they were out there with signs and balloons trying to get people to come in, to get breakfast, and the breakfast was pretty good. So I think that was pretty cool that they were doing that.
Thank you. Mr. Moore, anything to report tonight?
Yeah, just wanted to say thank you to our teachers and staff, volunteers, those who participated in the Special Olympics. I stopped in the parking lot and got out and just watched the kids. I was on a break for work, and it was really just great to see the kids and everyone being involved in the event there. So I just wanted to say thank you to the folks who made that event possible for our kids. It was a very nice event.
Thanks. Ms. Stewart, anything this evening?
Me and some of my colleagues had an opportunity to attend Butler Tech's All Boards meeting and the Student Showcase. And we participated, I want to say maybe last Thursday, last Thursday, and we had a great time. We talked to several of the Middletown students, and they are rocking and rolling and having fun. So I'll let 4 of us were able to go, Tara, Anita, and Chris. Todd was not able to make it, but if they want to make some comments. But the Middletown students were just, they made us proud.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I was impressed with the students that I saw, and very friendly and cordial and well-spoken. And I'm also encouraged by the programs that allow these kids and kind of encourage them to go out and think through projects that they had. There were some really very sincere young people there talking about things that were close to their heart. One young lady spoke about autism in a family member and all she has learned about autism and the pieces that go together into a person's life. There was another young man that talked about the influence that a family member who had died rather an early age had on him and how he carries that with him. And I know Chris is going to talk about a couple more too, so I'll just pass that on to him. But there's lots of good stuff going on out there.
Yes, there
It's
is.
very impressive.
Thank you. Couple things. I know going 5th, I guess, it's redundant at times, but teacher appreciation. I know our staff, gosh, they do so much. You see it tonight with the art staff who came and shared their evening, principals, administrators. And so just a huge thank you as we get to the end of the school year. That we realize how fortunate we are to have great people. And the district is made of people, and we have really exceptional people. I believe, is it Police Appreciation Week. It's appreciation time.
Yeah.
And even if it's not, I would like to just raise up our SROs and say thank you to them too, especially as we approach the end of the year. Special Olympics, one of my most enjoyable events, to just walk around and see young folks engaged and having a great day. It was a beautiful day with so much rain lately. It worked out. The weather was perfect. And just Baraka Church, I always see the same groups of people always stepping up and helping. Brent's smoking butts. I mean, he's out there sweating and cooking meat and helping out our young folks, and just some really nice people who help make that event great. And so a sincere thank you. I know I'm forgetting some people too that I just didn't know, but all the people who make that happen for those such deserving young people, the teachers who are out there, the volunteers, from the deepest part of my heart, thank you to them. And Ms. Scheibert's right. We went to the Butler County or Butler Tech All Boards meeting. I got to see some of our young folks. Jazz Simpson, I think, is one of our wrestlers. Mr. Campolongo would know. Was representing Fourth Axis Media with his buddy from Lakota. And Jazz was just dynamic. He's getting ready to graduate. And just had a really good journey through Butler Tech and Middletown City Schools, and he's excited about walking across the stage here in a few days, and hoping that launches into his media company. And I got to meet Carlos Baez. Carlos in the Care Closet. He was partnering up with a young lady, I think she was from Madison Schools, and he wants to give back and create resources for young folks who need them. It's nice to rally around young folks like that, and super personable young man. Although he's wearing a Yankees shirt at the night, I didn't hold it against him, but he's just a really fine young person, great ambassador for Middletown City Schools. Pass it on.
All right, just a couple things for me. First of all the technology that takes place to have these meetings each and every twice a month at least. I want to thank our technology department for that. I know sometimes we forget about them, but most of the things we do are because of them, and they do a great job of setting this up for us. So thank you, technology. Special Olympics, what a gorgeous day. You mentioned that, Dr. Urso. Couldn't believe it, seeing all the athletes going around to each of the schools and talking to the kids is always a lot of fun. That's that, and I think the Christmas event we put on as well are just so special for those kids, and seeing them smile brings joy to me. And then lastly, recently a lot's going on in the political world in Washington, D.C., and one of the things that is affecting our district is the clawback that's taken place for the ARP/ESSER dollars that we received. We still have about just under $6 million outstanding. That's possibly being clawed back by Washington, D.C., but we do have the opportunity, which we have submitted our application for, to continue those dollars. But in doing so, I want to thank our Ohio Senator Lang for being the first to send us a letter of support. He also sent it to Secretary McMahon in Washington, D.C. with the Department of Education. Representative Thomas Hall, our Ohio representative, has done the same. U.S. Representative Warren Davidson has given us his letter of support. Very thankful there. I've had a lot more difficult time trying to make contact with our two U.S. Senators, Marino and Husted, but I'm happy to say Husted's office did finally reach back with me today, so we've got a pan in the fire to get their support. If we get their support, I believe we'll get Senator Marino's as well. But if any of their staff are listening, we need your support. This is Vice President J.D. Vance's home district and needs to get done. We are halfway through the project, and it just doesn't make sense to leave it be and not complete the project without these dollars. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, in celebration of the 200th anniversary of the groundbreaking of the Miami and Erie Canal, all third graders went out on some experiential learning opportunities last week, and it was a partnership between downtown Middletown, the Middletown Historical Society, and Midpoint Library. and our curriculum department. They designed a day where students went out and they were able to visit 5 different locations, really learn the history of the Erie Canal, how it began, the history. I mean, all this history is right within 2 miles of each other, right here down close to the river. So really that was a showcase of partnerships coming together for our 3rd graders to go out. We also, on 2 days, had beautiful weather. We had Sam Ashworth, located down by the Excello dock. We had Mary Johnson down by the murals downtown. We had the Canal Museum opened up for our students to actually go in and tour and learn about the different artifacts of the canal. And they were able to have a picnic lunch at Smith Park. So truly, that's a big shout out to the work that went behind that, the planning for that event. I want to say that took about a year for them to pull the logistics. Also, it wasn't just those 2 days, but Sam Ashworth and Mary Johnson and their teams came together and put together lessons for our 3rd grade teachers to really roll out before the kids stepped on the bus. Tracy Neely was also a big influence behind the day. So really just the partnerships that came together to pull that off for all 450 of our 3rd graders, it was an amazing experience for our children. Just being able to, we talk about eroding the walls of school, getting out into the community and seeing what it was all about. So big shout out to everyone that was behind that experiential learning for our 3rd graders. That's all I have.
If there's nothing else, is there a motion for adjournment?
So move.
Second?
All in favor of adjournment, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
We're adjourned.